Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back here again with my car. I'm about to do another fabric wrap, only this time it's going to be on my crappy dash, and this is why I'm saying crappy. This thing just freaking got obliterated. This right here is just from driving, and this one too. And then this one is from when I just now was trying to take the thing out, and it completely just cracked all the way in half almost. So, if you are a Neon or an SRT4 owner, you probably know what this is like if you ever try to take this out or have this thing rattling like crazy. So obviously this looks pretty junky. So what I'm going to do is, luckily I found the same fabric that I used on my headliner. It was still in stock at the place I got it from. So I'm going to wrap it in that and cover up all this junkiness. And I obviously took this part out too. This is like where your defrost shoots through. I'm going to be replacing it with this like metal grid. I think people use it for like chicken coops and stuff like that. Luckily my dad had some laying around, so I'm just going to cut it to size and then put it underneath here. Probably cut this foam stuff out, but I'll try and do some more like process of me wrapping this time instead of just showing it or telling what I'm going to do and then showing it. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm going to get started here by silver taping. Well, we call it silver tape. This is just like some aluminum tape right here. So I'm going to try and attempt to cover these cracks so they don't show through so bad when in the fabric, and try and keep it together a little bit. So hopefully that'll work. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. Alright, so I'm just going to start on doing this. I don't know how well you can see all these cracks, but I'm just going to try and hold this together with this tape. I don't really know how else to do it that well, so this is just what I'm going for. I think it's going to do the job because that fabric is kind of thick, so it shouldn't be showing too much of the blemishes of the dash. I really hope not, because if not, it's going to disappoint me. So this is just ridiculous how bad this dash is. I'm really hoping that this works. As long as I can be careful and wrap it before it gets like separated again, I should be okay. But like right now, this silver tape is holding it pretty well. I say that, and it's probably not going to end up doing that great, but I'm going to go for it anyways, because obviously I don't have much else of an option unless I just want to have a crappy looking dash. This just sucks the way this thing turned out though. I already planned on doing it, and then I went to take it out and it just was like, screw you, Graydon, and it cracked so much worse. Like it about 5 more cracks in it, even ones that you can't really see. Yeah, you can't see it on camera, but there's others like throughout this thing. Just a freaking joke. So I'll show again whenever I get this done and taped up, right before I start wrapping. I've now got this all taped from the top, most of the major cracks. The idea was just to try and create like a better transition to where the crack wasn't sticking up quite as far, so hopefully it won't show through the fabric. I don't know how well you can tell on camera, but this is like a little bit thicker than like something that a t-shirt would be made out of or something like that. It's almost like a jean material, like on the inside here. It's kind of thick, so hopefully it'll cover this. Plus there's a texture to it, so that might help. So I'm going to start wrapping this here soon, and I'll probably get a general size for this top part, but I'm going to try to get this edge lined up to where it ends right at the edge instead of wrapping it over like I'll do on the ends here and stuff. So I can go ahead and wrap this too, but I'll try to cut a piece that matches this, so that it'll be clean instead of like showing ends meeting up and stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and get this cut out, and I'll show you exactly how I'm gonna start with the wrap and everything. I've got the size cut out now, and what I'm gonna do now is probably, I got it all covered where I want it to be at. So what I'll do is start by folding one half over like this. So I'll have this exposed, and since I had it where I wanted it to, you try not to move it anywhere so it'll stay, and you know that this placement will cover the rest of it. So now I'm going to take my Loctite spray adhesive, and now I'll start spraying it, and I'll do like a line here, so this will be set in place. This is where it's going to go at, so this is important. And of course I didn't clear out the nozzle like you should on this spray adhesive, because if you use it and then come back and use it again, it gets boogered up and it sprays it all crazy. But so here, I'll take this end and I'll use my hand on the bottom side, which you can't see right now, but I'm using it to go along, pressing down on the dash so that the fabric's laying down flat on it, and it's sticking to that adhesive I just sprayed. So that's the starting point, and you just repeat this, and that's what I'm gonna do. Just repeat that all the way over here, and then I'll have to go back over here and do it all. So to keep the video a little bit shorter, I'm not gonna show me doing that, but I just wanted to show the general basis of how I start it. And then once I get into the details of making it look finished, that's when I'll come back and I'll show that. It's flipped upside down. I got the the top of it wrapped, but right here is where my steering wheel is, right here. This is where the dash is, or the odometer. And I'm gonna put this piece right here and spray it down, and then take this lip that I have cut over and tuck it right here and cover it all, so it won't be like a perfect thing, but it'll look better than just this edge, I think. So I'm gonna try and do that next, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, I got it all done. Got my mesh, metal, grid, whatever you want to call it on. Got my rubber trim back on. This is looking really nice. I'm pretty excited, actually. Can't see any of the cracks, so I'm not sure if it would have showed before I taped it or not, but it just was some reassurance for myself to make sure I didn't see them. You can feel it a little bit, but you have to really be looking to see it. So I think once it's actually in the car, it will be okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and install it back in the car, and I'll do one final show around of how it looks, and should be all good. Coming into the car, we've got this nice freaking dash that no cracks are being shown. Matches my headliner. You probably can't see it very well, no, but it's like the same material, same pattern almost, and I freaking am in love with this thing. Like, it just makes it look so much better than that plastic, especially with big old freaking cracks in it. So next step will be painting this, and then I have my big shift knob that I'm still ready to paint. But hopefully I gave you some tips if you're trying to do something like that for your car, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.